Let's move on to the next topic today. What's up next?
Yeah, because I know he was so excited to talk about that. He is hyped. All right, Oscar Almanza. Hey, John, big fan of your show since 2012. So Stephen Amell just confirmed that Arrow will end after its eighth season, which will last only 10 episodes. What are your thoughts about it? Arrow has been my favorite show on TV since it started, so I'm really sad to hear that it's going to end.
Yeah, so for those of you who did not hear before, yesterday the news came out that not this season, but next season is going to be the final season of Arrow, and it's only going to be a 10 episode season. It's only going to be 10 episodes, so I mean, I don't know what that's all about. At any rate, here's what Stephen Amell got on social media to let everybody know. Stephen Amell got online and he wrote, "Playing Oliver Queen has been the greatest professional experience of my life, but you can't be a vigilante forever. Arrow will return for a final run of 10 episodes this fall. There's so much to say. For now, I just want to say thank you." So that's the statement from Stephen Amell. Also, I believe it's Greg Berlanti came out. He's like the showrunner of the whole Arrowverse. He confirmed that, yep, next season's going to be it. They're going to do 10 episodes, and that's going to be wrapped. Now, Stephen Amell also went on to say later that, hey, just because the Arrow show is coming to an end doesn't mean you won't necessarily see me pop up as Oliver Queen now and again in the Arrowverse. So, and I think that's a no-duh. So we're probably going to see him pop up now and again, but the show is coming to an end. Now, what's really interesting about this notion of the show only having a 10-episode arc is that, remember, next season is Crisis on Infinite Earths, right? That always happens mid-season. And a lot of people have been suggesting that this is going to be a pivotal event in the Arrowverse and that some very big major things are going to happen. And with Arrow only having 10 episodes and cresting and ending right when this thing gets started, right when that happens, a lot of people are theorizing that the most significant thing in the Arrowverse crossover next season is going to be with Oliver, because apparently that's going to be Oliver's final thing and the last things he's going to do. So, I mean, there's all that as well. Now, I'm somebody who I started off loving the Arrow show. I was the biggest evangelist for Arrow for the first couple of seasons. Now, I then really started to hate it midway through season 3. They kind of botched the Laurel Lance character. They went Captain Buckles on it. They did. But it's been getting better lately, too. But one of the things I've always appreciated about the show, even when I thought they were doing a terrible job writing it, was I think Stephen Amell has been a great face for that show. I think he's been a great Arrow. And he is he's a good Canadian kid, but just a good, wonderful guy. True story. Some of you may have heard this story before. But Ann and I, my wife, we loved Arrow so much that we were doing an Arrow after show. So we would watch an episode of Arrow and then hop online and talk about Arrow. And we were loving doing it. But anyway, one day we're doing the show and a bunch of people start writing in the chat board. Somebody tell John Stephen Amell's trying to get a hold of him. Somebody tell John Stephen Amell's trying to get a hold of him. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, go on Stephen Amell's Twitter. So I got on Stephen Amell's Twitter as we're doing the show live. And Stephen Amell wrote, somebody tell John Campea I'm trying to reach him. I want to talk to him. So we worked it out and we got him on Skype and we got him in. And then he even came down. He said, hey, I want to come down and do one of the after shows with you. So Stephen Amell came down to our place. We sat down, we talked about Arrow for a bit. It was great. He was wonderful. He sent a really wonderful birthday video message to Anne on her birthday while he was on set of Arrow. Just a top-notch, wonderful human being, and I think a really great actor who has so grown into his role. I think you could tell he was a very new actor when that show started, but as the years passed on, I just think he got better and better and better in the role. So if this is the end of the Arrow show, and it looks like it is, hey, look, how many people can say they starred in a show that not only was successful, but kicked off an entire television universe? I mean, the only reason we have Flash or Legends of Tomorrow or Black Lightning or Supergirl is because of the success of Arrow. And that will be Arrow's ongoing legacy as they move forward with whatever they're going to do next. And here's hoping we do indeed get to see Oliver back again sometime. So that would be great.